Welcome back. Calling all screenwriters. Save the date, June 20 to 21 at the Mico University College. That's where you could turn your idea into a screenplay worthy of being a blockbuster. Now, the sky is the limit. CEO of Strike Star Entertainment, Bryce Wilson, and creative director and producer Ricky Lee, they both join us today to tell us about this upcoming workshop. Welcome to Sunrise, gentlemen. How are you doing?
Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, well, first off, before we even go to Ricky, how you liking Jamaica, Bryce?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it, yeah.
So, submit the application for honorary citizenship?
Absolutely.
Or you already filled out the paperwork?
I think Bryce is already living here.
Tell us about, why you think people need this kind of support to in the ideation phase, especially.
Well, as you know, Jamaica have so many amazing characters and so many talented people. And all segments, from the music, but we have to big up the movie business right now because the movie business is coming. And when I started Strike Star with Paul Eckstein, it was to start from the bottom, come all the way to the top, teaching people how to understand the story, what we are doing, how to create a story, how to build producing, how we doing directing, the business of the movie business, and that's what we started. So Paul, this is 1 year anniversary of Paul death,
right? And
we just have to bring it back to celebrating him, but more forward, going forward with what we're doing to help these young minds to understand script writing. It's more important than anything. Crafting story.
Let's talk a little bit about our history in film, because some would say, from the harder they come, it was the first glimmer that we had into this is a potentially massive area of potential for Jamaicans. But some would say we haven't really catapulted and chosen an upward trajectory in that department, but somehow it's kind of just meandered along the way. What do we need to do, Ricky, to really have people see that this is a space that the creatives can really benefit from, the film industry?
Well, first of all, you have to talk about the investment part of it.
Yeah.
And film business is not like music. You can go in the studio and just you can do a beat and you just rap over it and do whatever.
Yeah.
Film business is a creative thing. We start from the bottom. And if you don't have support to write a screenplay and say, okay, what are we going to do with it? What are we going to do with it? Where are we going to put it? And if you don't have the support of financial backing, that's a problem.
Right.
So you can write a movie and maybe shoot whatever you want to shoot. It doesn't mean it's going to get distributed anywhere.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's a new time. You know that they just gave the film industry like, what, $10 billion?
Yes, yes.
You know what I mean? To help support the game, people with the idea to dream and dream big, and there's a kickstart. And I'd say they're going to produce the whole thing. But we as Strike Star are here to okay, if you build something and make something, we can take it to the front line for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's also not only just that, because I'm here to do Jamaican movie, not to bring America here to do Jamaican movies, sound like Jamaica. We need authentic Jamaican, just like the music. You will understand the language and get used to the language, just like the Nollywood, the Mexico, the Colombia, all these places. You know what I mean? We don't have a space on Netflix. You can't go on Netflix and say, this is a Jamaican segment. You know, you have the Turkey. You can watch any movie from all over the world, but not a Jamaican movie.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Bryce, from a creative perspective, explain to us in a nutshell, what is the art of screenplay writing that's different from, I don't have the skills to just sit at my laptop. I write every day for a living, but I don't know how to write a screenplay. What makes a screenplay different and what makes it so difficult?
The story is everything. And the story has two ends. It has the story you're telling and then the story you want to be seen. So it's you kind of have to have both sides of your mind, working that. It's a screenwriting is very complex.
Is it very technical? Because as I said,
extremely.
If you tell me write a research paper, I know how to write it. I know it needs to have an abstract, an introduction, a literature review, presentation of findings. Of course, I know the structure of it. If you tell me to write an essay, I know to write an essay or an op-ed. I don't know anything about writing a screenplay.
It's a visual.
Yeah.
It's a visual. You have to see it. It's like a writer. You can write anything, just like You know, it could be I'm just writing something for my mom and then telling that story. It doesn't mean it's going to turn into a screenplay, you know what I mean? But if you visualize what you're writing, because that's where the writing started from, visualize what you're going to put in screen, then it's a whole different kind of writing. And that's the reason why Strikes are here to do what the question that you just asked. We need that visualize, showing how to put content together and where you're going with it. But it's for the screen, not for a book.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's a difference. It's like a biography writer. You know, he can write a life story, but you tell somebody just come and write something for a different segment, he couldn't write a biography story. You know what I mean? It's a whole different thing, and I learned that from Paul. Being around Paul for a long time and watch him how he write, and we were writing our movie together also. And it's just a whole different thing.
Bryce, tell us a bit of what people can expect when they come to the workshop, and then right to you, Ricky, just give us the details, the when, what, where, why of the workshop.
They could expect to learn the fundamentals of what it takes to write properly, what your screenplay needs to have to get through the doors in Hollywood. We'll talk a little bit about the representation side, agencies, legal representation, and then we'll also talk about producing as well, because that's the marriage, is the screenwriting and the producing. You can write whatever you want, but the producer has to, you know, logistically get it done. Yeah. So we'll be covering all of those aspects of it.
And then Ricky, the when, where, why, how?
Well, Mico University, 28th to the 21st. It's a 2-day segment, you know. It's going to be amazing.
2 different days, or if you...
2 different days. So you have the 28th, where we start in, you know, breaking down.
So you're recommending people come to both, or like...
Yeah, you have to be at both. You can't come at one and then miss the other, because it's a movement.
It's a continuation.
It's a continuation. And it's also, we're going to have people writing their own story. Bring it to us, and then we will be like the first one to produce it.
Oh, that's not bad. Well, I'm signing up then.
No, real talk. No, I mean, anyone who bring a story that makes sense. And that's what we challenge the class this time. All right. All of you guys gonna write a movie and bring it to us, and let me see what's up.
One whole movie, Ricky?
Yeah, man, you have to write your movie, you have to write your movie, you have to write your documentary, you have to write your short story, whatever that is. Whatever that is. We're here to facilitate everything that you're doing.
How do people sign up?
Well, actually, you can sign up at strikestarentertainment@gmail.com. You know, or you can come straight to Mico College, and the door will be there waiting for you. And you know, also is $5,000, $10,000 for the 2 days, giving back to the school. You know what I mean? And big up to President Pinnock for giving us this opportunity again. You know what I mean? And Stephen Golden, who is definitely cataloging what we're doing, on my partner also on Strike Star. So big up, Stephen. We love you.
Nice. All right.
I mean? And can we give like some of the sponsors some love, like you know, like Spawn Water, who really came in and there for us this time, and Minister of Culture, and IPG, you know, Print. All these people came into like, and S Hotel, the Spanish Court. We got to big up these people too. You know.
Awesome.
You know,
thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, that was Ricky Lee, founder and CEO of Strike Star Entertainment, and Bryce Wilson, creative director and producer. On the other side of the break, get ready to inhale and exhale as we discover as we discover the healing power of breath. We'll be right back. Please, right back. Just kidding, we're gonna stay black, but we're gonna be back. Stay with us here on Sunrise.